How, as a woman, can you successfully navigate the complexities of intimacy and trust with a man? That is where the conversation that I had recently with someone went. Unsurprisingly, this conversation about dating ended up being about relationship to safety, particularly with regards to men and the masculine. And so I want to speak into that and kind of explore and share what I found on my journey and in my studies, my research studies. So, hello, my name is David, co-founder of the Sex.Prayers Academy, where our spiritual vision, our mission is global harmony, and we recognize that first begins with harmony within oneself, between masculine and feminine, which then invites harmony between two people, which then encourages harmony across community and beyond. Now, as part of that, I recently have been doing a research project on the topic of women's safety in relation to men and the masculine. I've spoken with nearly 40 women now, and it's been incredibly insightful, not just for me as a man, but to inform the work that we're doing at Sex.Prayers and beyond, including my partnership, how to show up best or better as a man for my partner. Because I think every woman expressed having had some challenge with feeling safe in their past with men or the masculine. It was, there's not a single woman I've spoken to, and this is sad, that has said, no, I've never had a problem with safety or feeling safe with men. And so there's a lot there, unsurprisingly, especially if you're a woman. One of the main takeaways from that, guys, is that women want to, or these women at least, would like to feel safe in order to fully surrender into their femininity. To know that even if what they share isn't agreed with, that it will be well received and be held, and that they can, in that trust, in that feeling safe, fully give themselves to their femininity, to their partner. And that's really what a lot of women are desiring, to be able to fully surrender into their femininity. And so therein lies the challenge, how to navigate intimacy and trust with men, particularly, and unsurprisingly, if this is true, sad to say, you've had trauma, essentially, in the past, in particular in particular relationships to men from your past. This person that I spoke with shared that they spoke with their dad recently, who, if memory serves, had a head trauma, a head injury, and as a result expressed sorrow and apologized for his behavior in the past towards them. And this person was able to meet that with compassion, was able to meet that with compassion, not just for him, but also for herself. And that's huge. Like being able to recognize that, some of the challenges that I've experienced have, yes, been because of this, but also that's not my fault. And that gets to be okay. And, that takes me into Tantric teachings. So I've been studying non-dual classical Shaiva Tantra for the last 5 years. And whilst I'm by far no means an expert, I've spent a lot of time and continue to spend a lot of time studying it. It, for me, has unlocked doors that I didn't even know were there, and done so in a safe way. I was practicing and teaching yoga for 10 years, and when I first found yoga, it completely destabilized me, I'll be honest. I didn't feel like I had the guidance or support, mentorship to go on that journey safely. I didn't, because it dropped me into uncertainty and depression and existential crisis. So, not ideal. Luckily, I was able to find my way out, and a part of that was these tantric teachings. And I'm grateful to Harish, who I've been studying with for the last 5 years. So one of the teachings that resonates with me in respect to this is the idea that we're all only ever doing the best we can at that moment. We're all only ever doing as good as we can right now. Now, that's not to say that there isn't the potentiality, the possibility of doing better than we've done. And it's not to excuse anyone's actions. It's instead to say, to show compassion. Because we're all only ever doing our best. And if we're unable to do better, it's not that because we lack the potential to do so, but because something has been missing to really allow us to do so. And it's not that we're consciously choosing to do these things, these actions, whatever it might be. It's that it's locked away behind a door we don't even know is there. And to have empathy. And that's why for me, empathy is the fourth pillar on the Pillars to Partnership program. It's so important. It's a key to healthy relating, to finding harmony, not just between partners, but between oneself, the conflicting parts. And I'm sure you've experienced this before, where a part of you wants one thing and a part of you wants another, and it feels like there's this inner conflict, and trying to understand how to comprehend, let alone resolve that, can get us in a bind, can get us in a loop, can be a block and really prevent us from moving forwards in a way that feels most healthy, feels most aligned. And so this is why compassion for ourselves is important. And empathy is such a key. These 4+1 pillars that I alluded to, truth, trust, communication, and empathy, all standing on a foundation of play, because it's part of the tantric teachings that life gets to be enjoyed. Yes, it's wrought with suffering, but underneath all of that is joyfulness waiting to be found, waiting to be experienced, waiting to be lived and loved. And what a gift to be able to move through all of the layers of challenge, obscuring that joy waiting to be found. And this is what I love about the tantric teachings and the tantric path. It's saying, God first, worldly enjoyment second. Recognize your divinity and then enjoy your humanity. It doesn't have to be one or the other. It gets to be both. It's not the path of renunciation. It's the path of integration, of really enjoying the human experience from a divine point of view. And that resonates with me a lot, especially having been brought up Catholic. I was pretty in it. I was not only confirmed, baptized, but I was an altar boy. I went to a Catholic school, and I was part of the altar service in helping the priests run masses. So I was deep in it, pretty much, and it never really resonated with me. Not fully. There was something missing, and it's been a long journey. I won't get into it now, but having ended up where I am, being able to appreciate the gift of Christian teachings from a tantric point of view has felt wonderfully more empowering for me. And so that's allowed me to go on this journey, to find harmony, not just for myself, but in the partnership that I enjoy, and now feel inspired to share through the Sex.Prayers Academy. So yeah, thank you for going with me on this little journey. I trust that there was some value in there for you, something that spoke to you. If there was, please let me know. Please write it in the comments. I'm genuinely curious to hear, if you're still listening to this, what kept you listening this long? So, looking forward to hearing from you. All the best and have a beautiful day.